the performance, yeah.
Yeah. She then runs into a bunch of Lannister soldiers, one of which bears a striking resemblance to Ed Sheeran.
Oh, God, Gary, can I just say I hated that thing where she came across, they were singing, obviously, because Ed Sheeran was there, and she just goes, oh, nice song, I've not heard it before, and Ed Sheeran goes, oh, it's a new one. And that was just some of the clunkiest dialogue.
Again, I was expecting him to pull out an MP3 player and say, here it is on my latest album, you know, or something like that. Yeah. And, of course, a lot of people disappointed that there she was and she didn't kill him, you know.
Yeah.
Might still happen in the next episode, you never know.
Yeah. As long as she doesn't take his face.
Oh, gosh, yeah, who wants that? Also going north are the Hound, Beric Dondarrion, and Thoros of Myr.
The Brotherhood without banners?
The Brotherhood without banners, yes, indeed. They come across a farm to rest in, and it turns out to be a farm which Arya and the Hound left the father and the daughter for dead. Pretty much stole their stuff. There's quite a few nice little bits, you know, when they say, oh, let's see if we can find some ale, and he goes, I know there's not any. And there's also a nice nod to the books where he digs a grave and buries the bodies, because in the book, the Hound is also known as the grave digger. In his new kind of
I thought that
persona.
Was a really good. Again, some nice acting from Rory McCann, who I think is one of the sort of sleeper stars of this.
But the language there, oh my word! He certainly doesn't call a spade a spade. Yeah, choice. Thank you. We'll come on to more about that in our next review. Going down south, further down south, we have obviously King's Landing, the capital. We have Queen Cersei. I don't know whether she's calling herself Queen Cersei.
Yeah, she's. I like the I'm Queen of the Seven Kingdoms, and Jamie says, "Oh, three at best."
Best, yeah.
That was a nice touch. It was good that they got that map painted on the floor just in time, so she could do all the exposition about where all their enemies lied, and we could see a nice little. I wonder
how long that took to dry, you know. So because there was still somebody potting it off at the top, you know, at the end, you know.
Yeah, what you didn't see in that next scene was all the paint on her shoes when she went to meet your man from Borgen.
Yes, and she meets Euron Greyjoy, the man from Borgen, as Matt says.
He's now instead of playing a pirate, business. Yeah.
Instead of playing a pirate, he's now playing a rock star by the looks of it.
Yeah, with his eyeliner,
with his eyeliner and his leather jacket. So, but he's basically was named King of the Iron Islands in the last series, and has got a major problem with his two nephew and nieces, and he's promised to go and bring back a prize in order to win the favour and the hand of the Queen. Jamie is doing his best not to kill him, probably because he'd lose, and just basically sort of furthering this whole tension between him and Cersei as well, which is a wonderful plot line. But not a lot else going on in King's Landing. No real other major characters.
There doesn't,
because she blew them up.
There's not anyone left
in King's Landing. So,
it's literally Jamie, Cersei, Anton Lesser, the Mountain, and a painter. And that's about it.
Possibly one of the Maesters, but I'm not sure if he's dead or alive. I can't remember.
Isn't Anton Lesser the Maester now?
No, because you still got he's the Lord of Whispers. The Maester is still Pycelle.
Did Pycelle die?
I don't know. I don't remember. I can't remember that.
Okay,
he's not dead in the.
Yeah, they killed him off. They did kill him off.
Of course they did. Yes, you were right. They did kill him. Well done. Yes, the Hound killed him.
They kill off so many people that you forget sometimes.
And of course, I'm also a big book reader of the series, so I'm trying to work out because he's also dead in the books, but not then. So anyway,
Sam as well in the Citadel.
Yes, Sam in the Citadel, and he's training to be a wizard. A Maester.
Under Jim Broadbent.
Indeed, and his differences between soup and poop, basically, was that whole series.
I quite liked that little montage. That was quite comic for Game of Thrones. That little.
It was, and some wonderful. If you go on YouTube, some people have put it to music, which is hilarious. And he obviously it gets into the secret library of the Citadel and steals a couple of books to take back and read, which give him the information about Dragonglass. And I don't know if you noticed.
With the scales.
Don't know if you noticed, there was other little clues in the book.
Oh, was there?
If you were paying attention.
What were the clues, Gary?
Right. So the clue was, in the left-hand side of the book, it also talked about the fact that Dragonglass can cure grayscale.
Which is what your man
where you also found your man from the other plot, who's now come to the Citadel to try and get
Jorah
of Mormont. Yes, Jorah of Mormont.
That one.
Yes, so a lot of people are making a lot of that. Apparently, if you ingest Dragon's Glass, you can cure grayscale.
Okay.
Talking of Dragon's Glass,
finally,
we end up with its home, and this was again a very nice bit. Not a lot of talking. This was mostly just a long tracking scene. Well, apart from the last bit,
the
long tracking scene of Daenerys entering her ancestral home of Dragonstone, where all the Targaryens lived for thousands of years, and where she was allegedly born. We have no confirmation. An empty castle, always a bit weird. She tore down the previous banners of Stannis Baratheon, took her place rightfully in the throne room, walked into the big mat room, another big mat room.
Well, crucially, what she did was she looked at the throne and went, "No, I'm not going to sit on the throne. I want to get straight to the war room." That was that's what I saw. It's like, there's the throne, but I'm not bothered about that. I want to strategize. Yeah,
she wants to sit on the Iron Throne. She wants to sit on King's Landing. So yeah, she will. There is a clip of her sitting on that throne next week. But I do like the symbolism. You're quite right. Yeah. Into the map room, just her and her hand, just her and
Tyrion.
Tyrion, and let's get to work.
Shall we begin? I think
brilliant little bit. Shall we begin? Wow, I'm paraphrasing for a modern audience.
Let's get to work.
Let's get to work. But basically, and we're set up for episode 2. There's been we mentioned Comic-Con earlier. There's been a new Series 7 trailer launched at Comic-Con with lots of little bits that haven't been seen. I'm looking forward to episode 2. I think this was a good start. As you say, low on action, but certainly as we've found with other series of Game of Thrones, it's building the tension nicely already. Let's head over to the other review. This is the Netflix. Is this a Netflix original?
Yeah.
A Netflix original called Our Friends in College. Or no. Friends from College, sorry, I do apologise.
Friends from College.
Friends from College. Do you want to lead on this one? I have seen it.
Yeah.
But I'm already not a fan.
Okay,
so.
Okay. This is an 8-part comedy drama, I would describe it as.
Gentle. I kind of got that
piece.
kind of like Cold Feet version of comedy.
Oh, don't.
No. I'm not. No. But like no laugh track, no laugh out loud moments.
Yeah, or I was thinking like a sort of serious version of Friends or something like that. Stars Kobe Smulders from How I Met Your Mother.
Yep.
Look back for that gag. And Keegan-Michael Key, I think that's the actor's name. They're a married couple who met in college when he was a senior and she was a freshman. I think that's right.
Yeah.
Don't know my college terminology too well.
No, you do well.
All their other college friends live in New York, and they don't live in New York. I'm not sure where they live.
I could work out where they lived before. I don't know if it was actually mentioned. I'm not sure.
But they then moved to New York, so all the friends from college are together in one place. This is a bit of a sticky subject because the Keegan-Michael Key character is having an affair with another of their college friends, and this affair's been going on again since they left college, so since he's been with Kobe Smulders' character. And it basically ends up with them all going to her house in Connecticut.
She's married to the bloke out of Ally McBeal.
Yeah, Richard Fish from Ally McBeal, who's essentially playing the same character. Yeah, but I did think you'd sort of empathise with him a little bit because he couldn't remember the name of the actress in Hunger Games, and I was just like, a Gary moment.
Thinking that's Gary, yeah.
Yeah, because he was like, I liked Hunger Games, I like that girl.
Even I knew that bit. He's worse than me.
Richard. And the other friends, you've got Fred Savage from The Wonder Years.
I didn't recognise him at all.
Yeah, he was the gay.
No, I know.
Book
now
agent.
You say it, I can see it. But my goodness, I didn't recognise that when I was watching it.
Yeah, well, he didn't have the Daniel Stern voiceover, so you didn't realise.
Good point. Yeah, you're right.
That was him. And he's the book agent for Keegan-Michael Key's character, who is this sort of well-respected author whose books have sort of won him like minor awards, and this one he's writing at the moment. They've just decided it's very boring and they're not going to continue with it.
It's this whole thing about it being for young adults, isn't it?
Yeah, they want him to write young adult fiction, like your Hunger Games and stuff like that, and he's against it, but then he realises that they'll probably need some money because him and Colby Smulders are attempting to have a baby. That's one of the plots. There's also Asian girl and Nat Faxon, who was in and wrote.
Is that how she's described in the credits? Asian girl.
Well, she didn't have a lot to do, really.
No,
I mean, I did watch.
I do know what you mean.
Yeah. Apart from there was that scene with the roof of the convertible car that they took down and then couldn't get back up again.
Yes.
Mariana, I think, was the character's name, and then Nat Faxon, who's like this trust fund kid who has relationships with a lot of younger girls,
and
doesn't do a
foul
lot
mouth.
really, and a foul mouth, yes, because he has that whole thing about what you can't use anymore.
Yes.
There was a good series in here, but it was a good idea, I should say. There was a good idea about having this thing about 6 friends from college all getting back together. I mean, The Big Chill, I suppose, is the film that this reminded me of when I saw the trailer. And I know you say about when you watch trailers and not to expect big things because they always try and put the best bits in the trailer. And that's certainly true of this, because when I saw the trailer, I was like, oh yeah, that looks all right. That could be quite fun. And then as soon as you got into it, and these characters are all, well, most of them are awful. Like the Keegan-Michael Key character and the woman he's having an affair with, they're particularly odious. The only one I sort of like was Kobe Smulders. There's some good bits in the second episode with her when she joins this hedge fund firm. She's like a lawyer who's used to do like pro bono work and things like that, but is now going into sort of corporate law and stuff. But there wasn't a lot to like here, really. It's a lot. There was certainly the second episode. There's a lot of cliches.
I really didn't like the main lead guy. Michael,
Key.
I really didn't like him,
no.
particularly the bits where he was doing the mimicking.
Yeah,
that really got on my nerves.
Yeah, this didn't, because he is a sort of well-known sketch comedy actor.
Yeah,
Key and Peele in the States. But this sort of
I've seen him in various things before.
Yeah, this more serious thing didn't seem to suit him, in my opinion. I think someone else. I mean, this is written and directed by Nicholas Stoller, who did such opuses as Bad Neighbours, Forgetting Sarah Marshall, and Bad Neighbours 2: Sorority Rising. So
I'm glad I didn't know that before I watched this, probably because I wouldn't have watched it.
And like some of the stuff that happens in it is just completely unbelievable. Like they're having. The couple that are having the affair are kissing in a glass house at the end of it. You know, it's like...
It's almost like they want to get caught kind of too much.
I really empathise with Fred Savage's gay lover or husband, who was just there going, yeah, you people are really loud and annoying. And
and again, you know, the guy out of Ally McBeal, when you get groups of people like that and you get someone who joins it 20 years too late, there is always that awkwardness. We've got one of our friends who's married to someone and he doesn't even bother coming out with us now because... You know, he says, oh, you were just descendants talking about the old days. And I'm like, well, you know, you can join in.
He's quite matter of fact, actually, the Greg German character. He's like, you know, you knew these people years ago. You're living in the past. It's time to focus on, like, us and our children and things like that. And you see the bad language. Even there's, like, a 5-year-old saying the C word.
Yes, exactly. And that comes up as well, doesn't it? So, and you actually see it. It's not just something they talk about. You actually see it. So that's Friends from College. You can see all 8 on Netflix right now, as you normally can with Netflix.
If you'd want to, why would you though?
Did you say you watched 2? So you're
braver
than
I watched 2 because I thought, you know, it's a set-up episode. I'll give it a chance because especially with half-hour comedies, it's hard to ascertain, get a good feel from the first episode. But in the second episode, they did so many sort of just like tired comic tropes. They did the couple who were having the affair, they accidentally killed Mariana's rabbit, and instead of telling her, bought a new rabbit and put like little black circles round his eyes. There was a bit where 2 of them got drunk and then went to see a play and started, you know, speaking loudly during the play. It's just really sort of tired comic tropes.
Did they not watch Friends? I mean, couldn't they just watch that and not bother making a television
show? But there is a good idea in here somewhere, I think. If they just sort of, like, as I say, like The Big Chill, or there's another film, Beautiful Girls, which I really like, which is again about like sort of school reunions and stuff like that. There is a good story to be told, I think, by these characters coming back together after some serious... I think the affair sort of ruins it a bit, because already you're detesting these 2 people cheating on their spouses. I think that's part of the reason.
And they're supposed to be the likeable ones, as you say, and therefore you automatically don't like them. So Very strange.
Okay.
So, yes, I shall now come back east.
We should sort of wrap up our final
Yes.
thoughts on Broken, because it's a series we both watched all the way through.